Belize, wake up Belize, we gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize, everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize, voice our opinion and place your calling. WB, be yourself, see yourself, this is a show about people. Belize our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, it's the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution, yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WB. And all the things that must happen under God blue skies. And nothing make people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize, everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize, voice our opinion and place your calling. WB, get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait? It's a time calling. It's a show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in, call in, call in. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize. Another day is here. Wake up Belize, wake up Belize.
We'll start with much sermons, which is Rashma at Art. We will also be hearing from the American will be seen, in fact, as well as the American. Usher, Dr. Albert Williams, Ambassador Murphy, and also attorney Darrell Bradley. A little later morning, we'll have another panel discussion. This will look at the digital Belize from transformation to action. And the panelists will be Christine Stewart. We'll have Ms. Matilda Smith, Ms. Hazar Gabriel, and that will be moderated by Dorian, Dr. Dorian Hanson. Later, this will be the first panel in the afternoon, will be Belize, let's see, will be a fire heart chat, and that will be special guest Brian Wesley Huron, Mr. Kumar Samoru, and Mr. Andrew Sambak, and that will be moderated by our brother, international journalist and broadcaster in the United States, Mr. Candice Gibson. Later in the afternoon, there will be another panel, and this will be a very much anticipated panel. It was one of the most outstanding in our last two summits. That is the Youth Roundtable. That will feature panelists Ashley Longsford, Mr. Ken Howard, Mr. Henrik Miller, as well as Salima Bao, and that will be moderated by Destiny Wagner. Destiny Wagner will do that. Then we're in our first day. In the evening, tonight, will be a sort of mixer, a poly-room mixer, and that will be here at the resort. Yeah. So we're looking forward. We're looking forward to your presence if you're here in the city, and if you're around the world, in contact with us through Broad Network, you'll be able to keep up on everything that takes place today. I will be speaking to a few guests here on this program over the next hour or so, and that will be to give you an idea of how the panelists are thinking and what is on their mind to present during these very exciting conversations. I think it's important to establish the central theme of what we are hoping to accomplish over the next 3 days. We want to look at how Belize can create a stronger and more organized relationship with its diaspora so that Belizeans abroad are connected, they're respected, and are meaningfully involved in this nation-building process. We believe that the diaspora is not just merely a group of people who have just left Belize, But our diaspora should be seen as those who carry their belief in identity, even though they are living in another country. They keep the culture, they keep the history, they have talent, they have influence, they have financial resources, they have professional knowledge and international relationships. And so Belizeans abroad should be seen for their various occupations. We have Belizeans who are doctors, nurses, educators, lawyers, engineers, entrepreneurs, public servants, artists, cultural leaders. We have community organizers, professional working in major institutions throughout the United States, in fact, throughout the world. So it's time that we look at our diaspora not just as those who have simply left home and are sending back money on a regular basis, which is very necessary. Remittances is a major part of our economy here in Belize. But we don't just want the sending of money back home. What we're looking for is to take the next step that many other nations are taking, and that is to see their diaspora as an extension of themselves and not one to be sort of discarded and say, well, we left the country, so you don't have nothing else to do with the country. No. They are an asset. They are important to support schools, contribute to community projects, to organize cultural events both in the United States and wherever they live to enhance the culture and to provide a kind of environment where Belizeans abroad can go and engage and feel that sense of home. And we know the success of areas like Los Angeles that have had the Brew in the Park, the Key Fest, and many of these other events that bring Belizeans in these various cities to come together and to enjoy being in harmony with each other over a period of a day or two. I know they've gone sometimes for 3 days. So these are efforts where we continue to be involved as Belizeans in another country, but still holding on to that cultural connection and still wanting to be identified as Belizeans. You know, there were years ago, and this is not just with Belizeans, where we traveled abroad and for whatever reason, we didn't want to say where we were from. There were some cases where not only because we might have gone through the back, as we call it, but just because we were not comfortable with expressing ourselves as Belizeans. In fact, in my own experience, I've seen Belizeans identify themselves as saying, oh, I come from New York, or I come from Louisiana, or I come from some other place. Why? Because at the time nobody knew where was British Honduras, nobody knew where was Belize. And so just to not feel isolated, we would veer ourselves. But that is no more. Belizeans are proud to get on the top of the building and say, I am a Belizean, and we're proud to be Belizeans. And we want to carry out the vision of men like the late Honorable Philip Wilson, men like the brother, others who were fighting many, many years to connect the diaspora in meaningful ways beyond just Pena Belize during Christmas, Pena Belize during September celebration, no, but to find ways in which you could use your resources and your access to resources to help grow and to help cultivate this beautiful nation that we call Belize. So we are looking to see during this summit, and we think that this is only summit 3. We believe there will be a summit 4, summit 5, and we'll continue. We know nations like Jamaica, we have been having summits and engaging their diaspora for decades now. And they are part of best practice. They and Barbados are part of best practice when it comes to engaging your diaspora. Ghana, the nation, African nation of Ghana, also has a very robust program, which goes all the way up to inviting representation from the diaspora directly in their political governance process. So we are far away from that, but it shows you how far this concept of having your citizens who may live in a different country but are very much engaged in the everyday affairs of what is going on the home base. So we want you to stay tuned for this entire broadcast. We will be coming live. We normally start our program every Thursday morning with WUB, and hence my being here. But throughout the day, there will be different hosts keeping you and giving you a blow by blow, if you might use that term, as to what is holding the entire concept of the summit together. As I said earlier, we will be having panel discussions, which you will be able to witness right here on Creme and XTV. And that starts right after our morning broadcast. So the first panel discussion this morning will begin at 9:45, and we hope that you will be involved. Again, we may not be able to entertain phone calls as we normally do. Some of you are used to calling and making sure that you're engaged with the conversation every weekday morning here at TV and Creme Radio. But today we'll be absent. We will be absent. Just that part of our show, and we will not be accommodating because we want to bring our full attention. We're showing on our screen right now what will happen in day one, what will happen at day two, and day three, which is Saturday. Will also be engaged. Let me give you the names one more time. And please forgive me, panelists, if I am mispronouncing some of these names. But our first panel, which will be looking at diaspora nation building. Our participants will be Dr. Enriquez, Margaret Usher, Albert Williams, Dr. Albert Williams, Ambassador Murphy, Mr. Darrell Bradley, and I will be moderating that program, that program. And pardon me, I said 9:45, but in fact, that begins at 11 o'clock and we break, excuse me, we break from 10 o'clock to 11:15. And then at 11:30 to 12:30, we'll be having a panel on digital Belize from transformation to advancement. Panelists will be Ricky Apio, Mr. Smith, Tarza River, and that will be moderated by Dr. Brian Feinberg. At 12:30 to 1:25, there will be a lunch break where Faith Fleur will be enjoying some of what is being produced, especially for the occasion, and that will last for approximately an hour. We'll be in that there will be mistress of ceremony, Mrs. Mrs. Rishma Pickford, and she will be speaking during the and in after that at 1:35 we'll have the fire heart. That will be moderated, as I said earlier, by Candace Gibson, brother who has been very successful in the media in the United States, having been on CNN and some of these other international platforms, NBC, MSNBC, and CNN, etc. His guest will be Brian Rusty, Curtin, Mr. Tamara Moon, and Dr. Andrew from at 2:30, we'll have a panel that is much anticipated because last year it was, the last panel was crucial, and that is the Youth Awareness Roundtable, the future of Belize and challenges, the innovations, and the opportunities. Panelists will be Ashley Langsford, Alan Collard, Eliud Miller, and Salima Barrow, and that will be moderated by Destiny Wagner. Tonight there will be a mixer uh, at the Grand Resort Residences, and that will begin at 7 o'clock and will go until 9 o'clock. So this gives you an overview of what to expect to do in this first day of the summit. And I fear to give you the theme of the summit. You need to go out, and that is favor believe, face the culture, feel the connection, and discover opportunities. I say it again, favor believe, face the culture, feel the connection, and discover opportunities. I'm Nuri Muhammad, the host of WUB on Thursdays, and I'll be hosting the beginning of the summit. I'll be talking to a couple of guests that will be coming in this morning likewise. And as I said, everything will kick off at, uh, let's see, at 9, yeah, exactly at 10 o'clock this morning. Before that, we give you a list of what you'll be seeing. Uh, there will be the anthem from Belize as well as the United States, and that will be followed by a prayer by Mrs. Gloria Coates. There will be a welcome address by the mayor of Belize City, His Worship. An address from the Honorable Colleen Musa, the Minister of Immigration, Governance and Labor. And then to be set or speak more. It is the vision of this summit, which will be given by Mrs. Hadwa Lightfoot. And the title of her talk will be Seat at the Table, the diaspora policy paper that was developed by this organizing committee with inputs from many others. And so we will be hearing what is their vision, what they see could be the involvement and participation of the Eucharist God. Again, we will say to you that this is a grand opportunity. It is very important, particularly for young people, to stay engaged in looking at something that is evolving. Why are we saying evolving? Because it's not something that has been established yet. We've always had an engagement of religions abroad within the process of Belizean development. At one point, those who were abroad were considered sort of not involved in any kind of political structure, but nonetheless considered position to the existing party at the time. The People's United Party during the 60s and the 70s did not look favorably the diaspora. And there are some historical roots to that. Many who left here in the 60s and the 70s had negative feelings about what was going on in Belize at the time. And many of them left. And when we got to the United States, they were very involved in criticizing the existing government here, particularly when it comes to relations with Guatemala. And the diaspora thought of that defined as a kind of an opposition to government. For that reason, neither the existing PUP government had nothing structurally involved with the diaspora. In fact, there was even a feeling that from gone and they left the country because, love Belize. And so for many years, that narrative circled around, and many people look at those who had left as, well, they're unpatriotic. Why you want left Belize? Why you going to live in our next man country? So that was the kind of early relationship that we had. Remember this, we had very organized persons in the diaspora even during that time without any government support that were involved in trying to keep Belizeans abroad engaged in what was going on in Belize. For example, there was a effort made in the New York area by a man named Compton Fairweather, who had a very ingenious idea of, if you wanted to know what was going on in Belize, you would call a specific number and then there would be a recording of the latest news that was going on in British Honduras at the time. And many people depended on that very innovative way of calling a specific number and hearing a weekly news update on things that were going on in Belize. Of course, a major part of that conversation was Belize's political situation vis-a-vis Guatemala and the British. And as you know, the unjust claim of the Guatemalans to our territory had become, in fact, it had enveloped an entire section of our early development in British Honduras. The Guatemalan issue became a major talking point in anything that we would discuss. So while we could have been discussing other aspects of our between the Belizeans abroad and the Belizeans at home, none of that was looked at. All we talked about was this sort of animosity between Belizeans abroad feeling that the government was in cahoots with Guatemala, and such rumors became wild in areas of the United States. That was in the early 60s and the 70s, and it began to change in the 80s. It began to put on a different focus in the 80s. In the 90s, much of that had changed, but there still was not the kind of structural connection between the Belizeans abroad and Belizeans at home. But in the middle of the 1980s, through the efforts of a group of Belizeans that came together, concerned Belizeans, we saw out of that come an important document that was penned by the late Dr. Ling, an attorney at law, international attorney at law, who put together a diaspora concept called Consortium for Belizean Development. And it was an entire paper. It became an organization, but it was an entire document that highlighted how Belizeans abroad can engage at many, many levels with Belizeans at home. And out of that, and I mentioned Dr. Leng, but Bert Tucker was also involved in that. Norman Fairweather was also involved in that. The late Roland Yark was also involved in that. Paul Warren was involved in that. And I can continue to name key individuals that were in this mix, including a youth group known as Breda, who had Bilal Morris, who had Hubert Pipersberg, who had Nuri Akbar, who had a number of other Belizeans as well as non-Belizeans that were part of that youth. That youth group also went on to establish a relationship in Southern California with a radio station known as KPFK, which was a part of the uh, what you would call the Pacifica Radio. And Pacifica Radio was a uh, non-commercial, uh, it was kind of radical because it wanted to not be a part of just singing the same song of commercial radio and a big corporation radio. And so it was a kind of an underground station, but it was very popular. And that station gave the young Belizean group Breda an opportunity to start a broadcast that was a weekly radio show known as Belize Caribbean Pulse. And Belize Caribbean Pulse, which was produced by this very dynamic group of young men and women called Breda, was a weekly show where we would have vital conversations on involvement of Belizeans abroad in the life of Belize. And so many viewed that radio program as a game changer because suddenly we were moving away from just entertainment. We were moving away from simply having fits, and we were making that concept of the uh, consortium, not the organization, but the concept of the consortium of Belizeans being engaged and being part of the development of Belize was the theme of Belize Caribbean Pulse. So that effort there was a major step in what later became a serious engagement of the political parties in the diaspora. It was out of that effort came the need to establish consulates. And Mr. Paul Warren became one of the first, what they call consul generals, that would be a government representative in the area that would be able to facilitate the needs, passport needs and other needs of Belizeans abroad. It has gone from that to where it is now, which is a big giant step where the present Ministry of Diaspora Engagement has now named an ambassador, fully accredited ambassador for diaspora relations. So I try to give you not sort of, overview of how this thing has been evolving over the last 40, 50 years and what has now become the third successful summit of directly engaging Belizeans, strategically involving Belizeans. We don't come here to just talk about party and sports and these other areas. While they are important, we come to talk about structural ways in which Belizeans abroad can be engaged in the governance process of Belize. We'll take our first break and we will be right back.
Money travels fast, so make sure you check it before you spend it. Here are 4 easy ways to know your money is real. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Look closely at your note by holding it to the light to see the watermark and the note value. Notice how the see-through image completes itself perfectly. Feel for authenticity. Run your fingers over the raised portrait and the bars on the edges. 1 bar for the $2 and up to 6 bars for the $100. Tilt the note to see the hidden value appear. Look for the moving images on the security thread and holographic shimmer on higher denominations. Check closely. Use UV light or a magnifying glass to find hidden images and microtext. Remember, handling counterfeit money is illegal. If you spot a fake, report it to the police immediately. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Know your money. Check it before you spend it. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
They want me to hold it.
We have 15 communities today present, which comprises of the Cayo, Stancrick and Toledo districts. We have water boards and village councils. The village councils are receiving maintenance equipment in the name of riding mower or weed eaters. Simultaneously, we are distributing water meters for expansion purposes, and also what that does, it helps water boards to become self-sustainable through proper water management, increase of revenue, and then they would be able to make investment back in their respective communities. Also, we have culverts, pipes, fittings for expansion purposes, and water meters.
These resources are more than just equipment. They represent a commitment to rural development, community pride, and the continued partnership between government and local authorities.
This is about service to our people.
Rural communities must also benefit.
Most of you that are here, if not everyone, has voluntary services to assist us to complement that humanitarian assistance that we are giving to our people. And without your help, we won't be able to do much.
We want to build capacity. We want to build sustainability in your communities. That's important. We will help those who want to help themselves.
Belize is introducing electronic invoicing, or e-invoicing. This means invoices, tax receipts, debit and credit notes will be issued, transmitted, and received in a structured electronic format, not a PDF and not a paper document. If you are GST registered and you invoice other businesses or government agencies, your documents will soon need to be created, sent, and verified through Vertex Belize, Belize's national digital platform for electronic invoicing. Why does this matter? Because it makes tax reporting faster and simpler. It reduces fraud and ensures every transaction is transparent and secure. The e-invoicing rollout will start with large GST registered businesses, then smaller businesses over time. For more information, contact the Belize Tax Service at 613-2508 or email etdinfo@bts.gov.bz. Electronic invoicing, simplifying tax compliance through digital innovation.
We've got the plumbing and electrical in our store. We've got the paints and the brush and light fixtures. That's for sure. We've got steel, cement, and tiles galore. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got windows and doors just for you. In our store. We've got sheetrock, plywood, and hardwood too. That's for sure. Tools for gardening and the great outdoors. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety. Everything. Quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. And builders hardware variety. Everything. Quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. And builders hardware. We've got the sinks and the tubs and cabinets. In our store. We've got the nuts and the bolts, so don't forget. And so much more. We've got service with a smile. That's for sure. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety. Everything. Quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. And builders hardware variety. Everything. And quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. And builders hardware. For builders who build with a passion and skill, go to builders hardware.
don't travel with cash anymore. People would stop and they want to do a coffee tour, they want to buy coffee, but people don't have cash with them. Online banking facilitated a lot of what we do. I don't have to run to town and I have to use fuel and other expenses. Atlantic Bank actually approached us. They facilitated us with a bank account, which is something that we didn't have in hand, and then with a POS machine. I sit and sip my good cup of coffee and do payments.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Belize Medical Associates is now equipped with the only advanced MRI machine in the country. The machine uses a powerful magnetic field, radio waves, and a computer to produce detailed pictures of the body's internal structures that are clearer, more detailed, and more likely to identify and accurately characterize diseases than other imaging methods. It is used to evaluate the body for a variety of conditions, particularly of the brain and spinal cord, but can be used for other conditions such as tumors and diseases of the liver, heart, and bowel. It may also be used to monitor an unborn child in the womb. MRI is non-invasive and does not use ionizing radiation. This means that you no longer have to travel abroad. You now have access to the most advanced imaging equipment in a professional setting that is designed for your ease and comfort. BMA remains committed to providing outstanding patient care, combining excellence in clinical imaging with state-of-the-art technology. To learn more about the MRI machine or to schedule an appointment, call 223-0303 today. Belize Medical Associates, we do care.
Welcome to Bird's Eye with the Bird's Eye Restaurant, your ultimate dining destination in the heart of the city. Come enjoy the variety of our regular menu items and our daily specials, providing you the best in Belizean cuisine from Monday to Saturday. At our Thursday night karaoke, come dine and unwind with the best in cocktails and local drinks. Have an event coming up? Bird's Eye Court is perfect for hosting sporting events as well as social events like weddings, dances, concerts, pageants, conventions, and more. We've got you covered.
Join us on Saturdays for family time with exciting kids activities including bouncy house and trampolines. Fun for the whole family. Then Saturday night, enjoy our 80s and 90s Saturday night experience, bringing you the best hits from 2 unforgettable decades. Come walk our memory lane as we showcase historical events at Bird's Eye over the years, celebrating the memories that have made us special.
For a cozy, unique getaway and Belizean stay, come experience the plush accommodations of Bird's Eye Cabanas, offering a stunning view of the Caribbean Sea with all the amenities you need. Strengthen your immune system and improve your overall health with our trusted herbal remedies. And treat yourself to relaxation and rejuvenation as your stress melts away with a soothing massage at Infinite Herbal Health and Spa, located right here at Bird's Eye. Bird's Eye, where amazing food, great events, and unforgettable memories come together. Visit us today or call 207-6500 or 610-9289.
This is WUB, Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, and we are broadcasting directly from the Grand Resorts and Residences here by the beautiful Alova. And this is a grand major hotel that has just developed or just been built in the last year or so. And the third Belize Summit, Diaspora Summit, is being held at this venue. It's very, very classy, very nice. And we expect that it will be a very good venue for this important conference. We spoke earlier about some of our expectations, but I'd like to continue because this again is a new language. In fact, you ask a lot of people about diaspora, they know him no way to talk about diaspora. Who that? So it is a new language that we're trying to develop. There's a new concept that we're trying to develop in the minds of our citizens. And it's not until it's well adopted by big governments in the ordinary Belizeans will we see this thing turn into something robust. As I said, we have some very good best practices when we look at what Barbados has been doing with their diaspora. What Jamaica is extremely robust. Their diaspora has been active in Canada, in the United States, in the UK, and we could learn a lot from them. Also, the Guyanese, and we'll have two guests from Guyana today, have also had a robust engagement with their diaspora. But I'm talking about the Caribbean. But people have been using their diaspora for decades. For example, the Israelis. The Israelis have gone to the point where if you are an Israeli living in New York, for example, you could fly from New York to Tel Aviv and participate without any hiccup in their electoral process. As a matter of fact, you could even run as a candidate and become a part of their Knesset, I think it is called. The point I'm making is that we are just at the beginning of engaging our diaspora. But this idea of diaspora engagement has advanced significantly over the decades, where the walls between the home base and the diaspora base has been broken down, so that the engagement has become almost seamless in some areas that it's not even discussed in the context of a diaspora anymore. It's discussed in the context of citizens who are part of the country regardless to where they are. And that was a vision of the Honorable Philip Golson. He used to speak, and he said this in my presence, and many others have heard him say it, that look, wherever a Belizean is, he or she is a Belizean. The distance geographically makes no difference. They should be just as much honored. They should be just as much given opportunity to engage as Belizeans who are here at home. There is the idea also of Belizeans who want to return to Belize and sometimes have challenges in trying to return. I must congratulate this current minister, Anthony Mala, who has done a lot to try to break down the challenges and difficulties that some Belizeans have when they're returning. For example, many times there's a lot of red tape. What can you bring? When can you bring it? What about the duty-free issues? What about other problems of me being able to find a house, get a piece of land? All of these things were very complicated many years ago, and Belizeans used to complain that non-Belizeans were being treated more favorably than our own Belizeans. Much of that has broken. They haven't disappeared. There's still some very serious hurdles that must be crossed. But to a large extent, There are opportunities now. For example, if a Belizean wants to move back to Belize, there's access to being able to help them locate a piece of land. There is access to try to help them go through the challenges of trying to find good contractors to build, because we've had the terrible experience of Belizeans that would come home not knowing exactly where to turn to get the help to build property. And then they run into contractors who are not, well, they're bona fide, but they're not honest. And so as a result, Belizeans have placed thousands of dollars into the hands of unscrupulous contractors, only to find out when they come back, the house that they thought that they were building does not exist. There have been many, many unfortunate stories like that. Well, this government has made an effort to try to break those difficulties down and to ensure that if you want to return, for example, you have your vehicles can come in duty free. Your your boats, some people have boats and different other things that they want to bring in. Prior to this new change, they used to have to pay enormous duty on trying to bring these vehicles in. They had to pay enormous amount of money just to get things settled. This government has done its best to break that down so that it's a very simple process now. If you're a Belizean, you've been living in the States 10, 15, or more years, and you want to come back, the opportunities now for doing that is easier. It's not completely free. It's not free of issues and problems, but it's easier than it was, say, 20 years ago. There's also an effort in trying to engage Belizeans, and you will see that in this panel discussions that will take place over the next 2 days, where Belizeans who want to get a piece of land, there are special programs now that are being developed to help those in the diaspora to get a piece of land, to establish themselves, to even assist them in finding ways in which they can operate. There are a number of real estate agents that have purchased land, broke up the land into, put up the land, I should say, into lots, and are now marketing these lots at affordable rates for Belizeans. So, in general, what we're speaking of here in this concept of diaspora engagement is to have our Belizeans abroad have a sense that my country is looking out for me. My country is doing everything it can to make it easy for me to feel like I belong, to feel like I'm appreciated, I'm respected, to feel like a citizen of the country, because really that's what our Constitution guarantees to every citizen. But there was that hiccup, as I said, and I tried to give you a little bit of history, where Belizeans were Belizeans abroad, but they were not enjoying the rights and constitutional privileges that the Belizeans at home were enjoying. So this process that we're going through now of engaging our people abroad is all about that. It's all about getting our Belizeans who are living in the United States, in Canada, in the UK, in various parts of the world, but primarily in the United States, to feel that they have a pathway that is not obstacle-less, because there's no such thing as a smooth road in anything. There are obstacles, but they are able to overcome it. There's knowledge, there's information that shows them how to navigate and how to move and move effectively in getting involved. Here's an idea that came up recently. There's an online program out of Belmopan called China, and it is a program that gives students the GED and helps them after they've left school. Some, for whatever reason, were not able to finish their primary school or their high school. And so China allows them to be able to online earn their GED, their diploma. And I have been told by the organizers and founders of this program that there are a number of Belizeans abroad that see the value of getting their high school student in the United States to be a part of this program so that they're not only getting that Belizean approach to education, which is very unique, by the way, when you compare it to the American approach. The Belizean approach to education, especially at the primary level, is very distinct. And many older Belizeans can tell you the benefit that they gained from going through the strictness of the primary, what Americans call elementary level of education. And so there's a level of benefit that is there. There's a level of benefit that you get out of that approach to education. And so Kaina Online is providing this. And I'm only saying Kaina because that comes to mind. There are other online education outlets here in Belize that those parents in Canada, UK, other parts of the world that want their children to get that Belizean flavor of education can take advantage of this online program. So this is only one of what is developing now. I know years ago, maybe 20, 30 years ago, there were some Belizeans that would actually send their children to Belize to live with auntie, granny, Reda, and other things, just so that their children would get that foundation in the Belizean approach to education. And then their child would come back to the States and follow up with their high school or their tertiary level of education, but they wanted them to get that foundation. So this is what we're talking about today. This is what we're talking about in the next few days. What are the practical steps that we need to take in order to engage our Belizeans abroad? You've always, if you're listening to me abroad, you've always been engaged. If you love Belize, that's the reason why you're listening to this program. Because you believe in the idea that you should be engaged in Belize beyond just put money in the envelope and send it down to Belize, or in nowadays, transfer it bank-wise into the account of your relatives here. You want more than that. You have a sense that you can offer. You have a sense that you can offer more than that. For example, some of you are nurses. Some of you are very well qualified nurses. You would want to have a way in which you could utilize your skill to help in the Belize healthcare system. Some of you are accountants. Some of you are attorneys. Some of you work in rehabilitation fields. Some of you are correctional officers. Some of you are youth development persons in the United States. And if you can find a way that while living in the United States, you can still be able to engage and have your opportunity. If you're able to have that opportunity, then it is in your benefit to be able to do that. All right, so we'll take our next break and we'll be right back.
Are you looking for financing on equipment, machinery, vehicles, parts, or tools for you or your business? Benquip and Belize Bank have partnered to make purchasing easier than ever with Belize Bank's convenient online loan application platform. Simply apply online, get fast and secure financing, and access the equipment or vehicle you need to keep moving forward. Even better, use the promo code when applying and enjoy a special promotional interest rate exclusively for Benquip customers. Whether you're upgrading your fleet, investing in new machinery, or purchasing essential parts and equipment, now is the perfect time to make it happen. Visit Benquip today and ask about Belize Bank online loan financing.
Money travels fast, so make sure you check it before you spend it. Here are 4 easy ways to know your money is real. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Look closely at your note. by holding it to the light to see the watermark and the note value. Notice how the see-through image completes itself perfectly. Feel for authenticity. Run your fingers over the raised portrait and the bars on the edges. 1 bar for the $2 and up to 6 bars for the $100. Tilt the note to see the hidden value appear. Look for the moving images on the security thread and holographic shimmer on higher denominations. Check closely. Use UV light or a magnifying glass to find hidden images and microtext. Remember, handling counterfeit money is illegal. If you spot a fake, report it to the police immediately. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Know your money. Check it before you spend it. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drug Store to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'll help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drug Store, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drug Store, telephone 223-2876.
173 outstanding public officers who have each dedicated 25 years of service to the people and nation of Belize. Let us pause and truly appreciate what that means. 25 years of showing up every day with a commitment to serve. 25 years of helping citizens navigate their challenges and aspirations. 25 years of contributing to the functioning of government, institutions, and the development of our country. 25 years of choosing service above self. Collectively, the women and men in this room, as we honor tonight, represent more than 4,000 years of combined service to Belize. That is an extraordinary legacy. Together, you carry decades of institutional knowledge, professional experience, and invaluable wisdom that have helped shape the Belize Public Service into what it is today. Every functioning school, every health center that opens its doors each morning, every farmer who receives support, every business that secures a license, every family that accesses social services, every community that receives assistance during times of crisis, and every citizen who turns to government for help benefits from the work of public officers.
That I am toasting you all. May you continue working happily for the public service. I wish you a happy retirement for those who are going to be saving off shortly. And for those of you who remain, keep up the good work. We see you, we hear you, we appreciate you.
Electronic invoicing, e-invoicing, is bringing a secure digital upgrade to GST-registered businesses in Belize. Here is how the process works. Your business generates an electronic tax document, ETD, like your everyday invoice or receipt electronically. The ETD is securely transmitted to the Belize Tax Service through Vertex Belize, the national digital platform for e-invoicing. The Belize Tax Service validates it instantly and returns the verified ETD to your business, ready to share with your customer, all in seconds. There are 3 ways to get started. Connect your existing accounting software to Vertex Belize, work with a local or international solution provider, or access the free web-based tool to be provided by the Belize Tax Service. Getting started is flexible. For more information, contact the Belize Tax Service at 613-2508 or email etdinfo@bts.gov.bz. Electronic invoicing, simplifying tax compliance through digital innovation.
There electrical in our store. We've got the paints and the brush and light fixtures. That's for sure. We've got steel, cement and tiles galore. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got windows and doors just for you in our store. We've got sheetrock, plywood and hardwood too. That's for sure. Tools for gardening in the great outdoors. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety, everything, quality, everything, quantity, everything. A builder's hardware variety, everything, quality, everything, quantity, everything. A builder's hardware. We've got the sinks and the tubs and cabinets in our store. We've got the nuts and the bolts, so don't forget. And so much more. We've got service with a smile. That's for sure. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety, everything, quality, everything, quantity, everything. A builder's hardware variety, everything, quality, everything, quantity, everything. A builder's hardware. For builders who build with a passion and skill, go to Builders Hardware.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Breast cancer is the most common cancer diagnosed in Belize. This is why all women over the age of 40 are recommended to do a mammogram screening test. At Belize Medical Associates, we offer this study with the sonography Crystal Nova. Like all cancers, if diagnosed early, breast cancer can be treated and good results are obtained. With this top-of-the-line equipment, a mammogram can be done in 15 minutes, obtaining a clear digital image which allows us to pick up a tumor as small as 2 millimeters. The procedure is painless, quick, and offers an opportunity to do an early diagnosis and treatment of breast cancer. Call BMA today and book your mammogram. Let's save lives and fight cancer together. Belize Medical Associates. We do care.
Welcome to Bird's Eye with the Bird's Eye Restaurant, your ultimate dining destination in the heart of the city. Come enjoy the variety of our regular menu items and our daily specials, providing you the best in Belizean cuisine from Monday to Saturday. At our Thursday night karaoke, come dine and unwind with the best in cocktails and local drinks. Have an event coming up? Bird's Eye Court is perfect for hosting sporting events as well as social events like weddings, dances, concerts, pageants, conventions, and more. We've got you covered.
Join us on Saturdays for family time with exciting kids activities including bouncy house and trampolines. Fun for the whole family. Then Saturday night, enjoy our 80s and 90s Saturday night experience, bringing you the best hits from 2 unforgettable decades. Come walk our memory lane as we showcase historical events at Bird's Eye over the years, celebrating the memories that have made us special.
for a cozy, unique getaway and Belizean stay. Come experience the plush accommodations of Bird's Eye Cabanas, offering a stunning view of the Caribbean Sea with all the amenities you need.
Strengthen your immune system and improve your overall health with our trusted herbal remedies. And treat yourself to relaxation and rejuvenation as your stress melts away with a soothing massage at Infinite Herbal Health and Spa, located right here at Bird's Eye.
Bird's Eye, where amazing food, great events, and unforgettable memories come together. Visit us today or call 207-6500 or 610-9289.
Belize Morning Vibes on a Thursday, the 23rd day of July, 2026, where we are present at the Grand Resort and Residence, a brand new luxury hotel here in Belize City, sitting on the banks of the Halova Creek. I used to pass over this bridge when we used to call it Hall Over Bridge, but it was Hall Over because the logs from our ancestors were chopped in the bush and then placed in in the river, and it was floated down from the mahogany camps into this area, and it was through this area that it had to go through a creek, and it had to go into the creek that would feed into where the ships were waiting in the bay right outside of Belize City. And so they used to call it all over. I'm telling you, there's been some other stories. Maybe you know a better story on this, my brother, but that's the story I heard. And they used to haul over from the river into the creek, would move to where the Belize settlement was, and that is where the ships coming from England would pick up rich, precious mahogany, And let me tell you, and you could Google this or you could look in any source, there was no mahogany produced on this earth that had the quality of the mahogany that was coming out of Belize. In fact, or British Honduras as it was called. And it is that special wood that forms a lot of the furniture that is in Buckingham Palace even today. That is the level of the quality of what was coming out of British Honduras. But did we get any benefit from that? No. Our benefit was just that we were in a situation of providing wealth for England because we were one of her colonies. But we've evolved from that now. We've evolved now to become our own nation. We're 45 years old. We are having a history that we are developing, and a part of that history is dealing with bringing the energy and the talents of our Belizeans abroad into this process of the development of our country. Our country has under 500,000 people, but we are told, unofficial statistics, that we have close to 100,000 or more Belizeans that are living abroad, and that is a conservative figure. Many say that when you think about our children and our grandchildren that were born over there, that exponentially we probably has as much as 300,000 Belizeans that are living abroad. But are they engaged in the Belizean development? In fact, if we make it easy for those Belizeans, those hundreds of thousands of Belizeans abroad, to have a seamless way in which they can engage in Belize, then our population is not seen only as the demographic of 500,000 here, but it is immediately seen as the potential for producing far more because we have more talented energy being put into our development process. So what we're doing here is we're breaking the barriers. We're evolving ourselves out of our past clusters, and we're coming into new life. And that's why we have many young people that are engaged in this process. Miss Etkert, Miss Lightfoot, Miss Pitts, and many others who are in the United States and are part of these organizations that are trying to make this, what you say, make it engaging the public over a long period of time rather than just something that happens infrequently and maybe just an exercise in entertainment and enjoying ourselves, and then we go back to doing the same old, same old. No, these women organizers have a vision, and we want to acknowledge that they have put in great work. I'm talking about Miss Pitts, Miss Whitaker, and also Miss Lightfoot. They have put in much work to try to make this summit what it is today. And there are many others in the background, and I'm not mentioning all the individuals, but these are the three main organizers, and we must recognize them. So, what exactly are we hoping that we will accomplish? Let me look at 4 notes that I placed here. One, what diaspora nation building, in fact, means in practical terms. We want that to be one of the answers that we're getting out of this engagement in the next 3 years. When we talk about the diaspora nation, that nation of Belizeans that are outside of the demographic area of the 8,867 square miles of this precious earth that we have here in Central America and the Caribbean. But we have that large amount of Belizeans, which we call the diaspora nation abroad. We want to be able to realize that and see the reality of that as opposed to just the Indeda states. Secondly, how Belize can strengthen the trust of Belizeans abroad. What do we have to do here? And this is almost directly speaking to Mr. Johnny Briceño's government. What can the government do to increase the engagement of Belizeans abroad? how much can they do to make this a seamless relationship that we don't feel because we're living in New York or we're living in London or we're living in some other country or some other area that we are foreigners to our country. And some Belizeans feel that. Some Belizeans have said to me that when they get home, oh, they love the Johnny cake and the panades and everything else, but they feel so outside of what they can do in Belize besides go and make a charitable contribution to some area that might need that contribution. But they would want to do more. We have experts, we have doctors, we have persons who are mental health workers. We have a challenge, like many areas of the Caribbean, where mental health is one of our challenges in Belize. Our facilities need additional personnel. We have individuals here who are having serious psychotic issues that need help. So those individuals abroad who have training in mental health can be utilized. You don't have to necessarily move to Belize, but the government, and that's why I'm saying the Belize government need to strengthen ways in which it can have you come and provide your services in a way that will be of benefit. And at this point, let me mention that our brother, the late Alberto Albert Tucker, did something that was Adalbert, excuse me, I don't want to mispronounce his name, not Albert Tucker, but Adalbert Tucker had a concept which was not his own. It's actually a UN concept that was called Top 10, Top 10. And it was an acronym for transfer of knowledge of uh, uh, qualified person abroad. I'm not going to go through the exact meaning, but the concept was this, that if you are a qualified engineer, doctor, nurse, if you are a sports worker, if you're a high school teacher, if there's an area that is identified in Belize at home that your skill and your particular expertise can be utilized in this area, then there should be a way that government can facilitate your coming home over a period of time. Say, for example, if this was working the way that Mr. Tucker had envisioned, you are a doctor, your expertise is nephrology, you are able to deal with renal failure, you are a person who is highly skilled, you work in one of the best facilities in the United States, and you would love to spend a month or two sharing your services in Belize. Well, then the government of Belize, recognizing that we are in need of your expertise, would provide a housing, would provide some downtime, maybe at the beach or go travel out to the Keys. You're able to enjoy yourself for a part of that time you're here. But the main reason why you're here is to use the skills that you have in servicing Belize's need in renal failure and other areas that a nephrologist would do. I'm kind of I'm kind of describing what Dr. Ron Hyde. Ron Hyde already is doing this. He's a nephrologist in the United States, but he is not coming into a structured program. He's coming with his own expense. He loves Belize. He comes to Belize every year. But when he comes and he takes part of his vacation time and he helps those who have to take dialysis, those who are having renal failure. He uses his expertise in assisting in one of the health challenges that we have in Belize. But what if that could be a structured program? And that top 10 program was organized like this. The United Nations would pay for your travel. The United Nations would also give you a little stipend, nothing big, but just a little stipend. And then the host country or the host government, in this case Belize, would provide you with your housing, it would provide you with your transportation needs, and as I said, it would provide you with a little break because you are taking your vacation. So it would give you an opportunity to also enjoy some time fishing, snorkeling, being at one of the keys. And that program has worked effectively in some countries. And Bert had the idea over 30 years ago that if we could set up something like that, it would be an excellent opportunity to transfer the skills of Belizeans abroad, doctors, nurses, entrepreneurs, others who can take time out of their holiday and be able to contribute what they have for Belize. That was called the top 10 concept. It's not rocket science. It's not an impossible thing to do, but it requires conversation. It requires a seeing and a meeting of minds to see that this is achievable. It requires getting a buy-in, as they call it, on both sides. But more than anything else, it requires organization. It requires a body in the United States who is able to make a registry of all these talents that exist throughout the country and have a centralized area in which you can begin to show where these talents are and where these talents can be used. That's in the diaspora. On the local side, in the government side, it requires identifying those specific areas and needs and providing that information with this secretariat of sorts to be able to say, I'm going to match John Brown when he comes with a youth development program which needs his advice because he has 40 years of working directly with delinquent youth. He's a counselor, he understands, he's qualified, he has all his academic qualification, and he has a long history of progress. So when he takes his break for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for a month, and he comes down, then he goes directly to that area where he could be of use. That is not rocket science. That just takes organizing. That just requires that on both sides, government as well as that organized body in the United States is able to make it happen. The program or the organization that's called Consortium for Belizean Development. I'd like to shout out Miss Burke and her sister, Miss Smith, who have been very effective in the Los Angeles area of keeping the consortium alive, even though the consortium is not where the consortium was envisioned to be 30 years ago. As I said, when Dr. Ling wrote out that document under the auspices of Mr. Philip Golson, working along with Bert Tucker, working along with Norman Fairweather, working along with Mr. Bob Bennett, working along with many other individuals who were a major part of putting that together. Mr. Rabatu, who came from Canada. They really set up that organization to look like a functional clearinghouse, so to speak, that would have been able to do something like that top 10 program. Unfortunately, the consortium lost its rhythm. It started in the 80s, but it began to peter out eventually until now it's really been held together. Like, the activities have pretty much been laid on the shoulder of Miss Verona Burke, and I want to again acknowledge her because she's still active today and still has the diaspora concept and the engagement of the diaspora, and she's doing that in the Los Angeles area. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not mentioning some of you who are in the New York area, in the Chicago area, you're doing something very similar. But this idea of a diaspora summit is to bring all these players together around the same table and be able to find a organized and structured way that we could leave this summit saying, wow, this is the third summit. We've gone from the first introductory, the second, the third. By the time we get to the fourth, much of what we have just been discussing, much of what we've just been envisioning will be a reality. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move the thing from idea to conversation and from conversation to reality. It started many years ago as a conversation. It started, or I should say, it started as an idea, and then it evolved to a conversation. We're still in the conversation stage, but there's another stage, and it's the stage of implementation of many of these ideas. We are encouraged, as I said, that this government has taken a meaningful step towards the realization and the actualization of a diaspora reality by appointing an ambassador to look at the needs of the diaspora in a very specific way. That is a very, very important step. And as I said, we want to acknowledge that this government has done that. But that's only a first step in the actualization of this body that we're talking about. It's only the beginning of really making this conversation a reality. But on the other side, it needs more than Aria Lightfoot. It needs more than Miss Pitts and Miss Eckert. It needs an engagement of many of you who are talented to, after this, get in contact with these three very dynamic women and find how we can make this go beyond just a conversation and make it a reality. There should be a way in which if you're hearing that you are a talented person that would want to be able to be engaged in a part of the development of Belize, there should be a number you could call. There should be an area you could go to get information. There should be a way in which you could find how to facilitate making this a reality rather than just having good talk, some good, nice idea, good conversation, but at the end of the day, nothing happens. And we have a problem with that. We have a big problem with that, and we have to admit to ourselves that we're very good conversationalists. We're very good at ideas. I could tell you the British left something very well with us, and that is this language, this ability to communicate. But it's not just communication, it's actualization. And that's our challenge. Not to be able to just articulate an idea, but to be able to say, see it there? That's what we're talking about. And that's the stage where we are now. All right, we're getting close to closing time and to get into the actual conference. And so I'd like to thank you for listening in this first period. We will be broadcasting throughout the summit, and we will be having personal interviews with some of the individuals who are panelists. And we're going to keep this as live and keep it as engaging, keep it as interesting as we can. As you know, XTV doesn't bore you. We keep you on the edge because we're full of ideas and we don't just talk for talk. We talk to try and make things happen. So I'm Nuri Muhammad. We'll take a break now and we'll be back.
When the power goes out, life is disrupted. Be prepared and keep your home powered up with a generator from Benquip. We carry brands such as Honda, Kohler, and JCB. Schedule your installation, maintenance, and assessment to keep your generator ready and waiting to protect your family and home the next time the power fails. Stay in control of your power with a generator from Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
Money travels fast, so make sure you check it before you spend it. Here are 4 easy ways to know your money is real. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Look closely at your note by holding it to the light to see the watermark and the note value. Notice how the see-through image completes itself perfectly. Feel for authenticity. Run your fingers over the raised portrait and the bars on the edges. 1 bar for the $2 and up to 6 bars for the $100. Tilt the note to see the hidden value appear. Look for the moving images on the security thread and holographic shimmer on higher denominations. Check closely. Use UV light or a magnifying glass to find hidden images and microtext. Remember, handling counterfeit money is illegal. If you spot a fake, report it to the police immediately. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Know your money. Check it before you spend it. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drug Store to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drug Store, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drug Store, telephone 223-2876.
What happens here matters. Teachers shape minds. Students with positive school experiences become adults who are motivated to do more and to be more for the country. Really, our country is the largest puzzle of all. Each of us is a piece of Belize. We need to fit together, to each do our part to make sure that the beautiful picture that is our country is one that we all can see.
Designed to accommodate approximately 140 students, this modern facility will provide expanded learning spaces, improve accessibility, and infrastructure that meets the needs of both today and tomorrow. But perhaps, most importantly, it sends a powerful message that the future of Belize includes every district, every village, and every child.
Belize is introducing electronic invoicing, or e-invoicing. This means invoices, tax receipts, debit and credit notes will be issued, transmitted, and received in a structured electronic format, not a PDF and not a paper document. If you are GST registered and you invoice other businesses or government agencies, your documents will soon need to be created, sent, and verified through Vertex Belize, Belize's national digital platform for electronic invoicing. Why does this matter? Because it makes tax reporting faster and simpler. It reduces fraud and ensures every transaction is transparent and secure. The e-invoicing rollout will start with large GST registered businesses, then smaller businesses over time. For more information, contact the Belize Tax Service at 613-2508 or email etdinfo@bts.gov.bz. Electronic invoicing, simplifying tax compliance through digital innovation.
We've got the plumbing and electrical in our store. We've got the paints and the brush and light fixtures. That's for sure. We've got steel, cement, and tiles galore. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got windows and doors just for you in our store. We've got sheetrock, plywood, and hardwood too. That's for sure. Tools for gardening and the great outdoors. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety, everything, quality, everything, quantity, everything. At Builders Hardware, variety, everything, quality, everything, quantity, everything. At Builders Hardware. We've got the sinks and the tubs and cabinets in our store. We've got the nuts and the bolts, so don't forget. And so much more. We've got service with a smile. That's for sure. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety, everything, quality, everything, quantity, everything. At Builders Hardware, variety, everything, and quality, everything, quantity, everything. At Builders Hardware, for builders who build with a passion and skill, go to Builders Hardware.
The world is watching. The stakes are high. And with an Atlantic Bank credit card, your moments start online.
Bro, tickets just dropped. I have my credit card ready. So how many tickets, guys?
We'll take two.
1, 2.
I want 3.
Go further, experience more. Make your online purchases seamless, secure, and in real time.
Alright, let's buy the tickets now. What did you do, bro? I need to enter a password.
Oh, Atlantic Bank's credit card has a 3D secure feature to protect your online shopping. Check your email.
Some transactions require an additional layer of security. 3D Secure adds an extra verification step. An OTP is sent to ensure it is you authorizing payment.
Guys, we got the tickets!
Yes! Your online transactions made with Atlantic Bank credit cards are fast, safe, and verified.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
BMA, Belize Medical Associates, they'll see you through and they will always care for you. BMA, Belize Medical Associates, they're there for you. Forever and always. Caring doctors with a smile, willing to go the extra mile. Attentive nurses with experience.
Welcome to Bird's Eye with the Bird's Eye Restaurant, your ultimate dining destination in the heart of the city. Come enjoy the variety of our regular menu items and our daily specials, providing you the best in Belizean cuisine from Monday to Saturday. At our Thursday night karaoke, come dine and unwind with the best in cocktails and local drinks. Have an event coming up? Bird's Eye Court is perfect for hosting sporting events as well as social events like weddings, dances, concerts, pageants, conventions, and more. We've got you covered.
Join us on Saturdays for family time with exciting kids activities including bouncy house and trampolines. Fun for the whole family. Then Saturday night, enjoy our 80s and 90s Saturday night experience, bringing you the best hits from 2 unforgettable decades. Come walk our memory lane as we showcase historical events at Bird's Eye over the years, celebrating the memories that have made us special.
For a cozy, unique getaway and Belizean stay, come experience the plush accommodations of Bird's Eye Cabanas, offering a stunning view of the Caribbean Sea with all the amenities you need.
strengthen your immune system, and improve your overall health with our trusted herbal remedies. And treat yourself to relaxation and rejuvenation as your stress melts away with a soothing massage at Infinite Herbal Health and Spa, located right here at Bird's Isle.
Bird's Isle, where amazing food, great events, and unforgettable memories come together. Visit us today or call 207-6500 or 610-9289.
final comments because we are about to go into the start of this very historic moment for engagement with our diaspora. And we hope that you will stay tuned the entire period. We'll be coming live from XTV. You'll be able to pick us up on the stream and the platform, the various platforms that we have. When I leave from here, after the opening ceremonies, you'll be joined by our host from the morning stew. I mean, one of the most popular morning discussion we call coffee show where people engaging them. Them brothers, they know how to make things not only uh, serious, but also they know how to engage and make it something that you enjoy listening to. They got their own fan base. Well, they'll be joining you as hosts a little bit after we've started the summit this morning. So we don't want no talk from the peanut gallery over that side, my brother. So we are looking forward to having a real rootsy time here. I think the summit organizers decided to engage with XTV and Creme Radio because we have been the media house that have most been responsible for promoting the diaspora concept. It was our radio and TV show that over 4 years ago gave our Friday broadcasts for the voices of the diaspora to be able to call in and engage in the Belizean conversation. It is we in this media house that have engaged in making sure that Belizeans abroad are not simply looked at as coming home for bashment and coming home for party, coming home to enjoy themselves, but to see them as serious contributors to the development process in Belize. And so XTV and Prem Radio provided the space for them to be able to engage themselves. And Creme Radio and XTV went one step further 3 years ago and established a weekly program every Thursday night called Naval String Connection with Aria Lightfoot and Bilal Morris as host. And they've been doing an excellent job of engaging Belizeans abroad in interviews and conversations to talk about the importance of engaging with our diaspora nation. This concept we hold very sacred, and that's why XTV and Prem Radio has to be highlighted. It has to be looked at as a serious partner in this process. And we want to acknowledge and recognize that the Honorable Anthony Mala has been the person most responsible for providing the resources necessary for us to have that Thursday night program. Big respect to you, Mr. Mala, because had we not gotten that, we would not have been able to afford to bring you that program on a weekly basis. But the tourism board has consistently provided the resource for us to be able to provide that weekly broadcast. And we thank him and we acknowledge publicly that he has chosen more than any other to engage his ministry through the diaspora desk to ensure that you Belizeans are able to continue the conversation. See that your Belizeans abroad are not at a distance, but they're right there in your living room, right there on your radio, right there on your network, so that you can continue this very important engagement conversation. I just want to say one last thing so that we can see how real this idea of the diaspora engagement is. I just saw last night that 4 American service personnel were killed in this Iran US war or conflict. They're giving so many different names to it. But one of those persons that was killed, her name is Staff Sergeant Ramparad. Staff Sergeant Ramparad. She's originally from Trinidad, but she lives in the diaspora, is probably a citizen, but has not forgotten her Trinidadian root. She was killed. And so the people of Trinidad today are mourning the death of this member of the diaspora. I'm showing you that we're no longer talking about something distant, but that could have been a Belizean, because there are many Belizeans that are in the armed forces of the United States. And if they are killed in such conflict, we too would feel the pain. So I'm saying to you, this is not just an intellectual exercise. This is not what they call mental masturbation. This is, in fact, dealing with the real issues that is affecting us. This is not self-perpetuation of just having a good time and going away and saying, yeah, we did a summit. If we don't see something tangible coming out of these processes, then we're just wasting and taking up air. We mean that this should become something because there are people who have been fighting for this for over 30, 40, 50 years. And we want to take it to its final conclusion, which is to have our brothers and sisters, our citizens abroad, feel as though they have a place to go and to be engaged. And they don't necessarily, as I've said for many of these platforms, you don't have to move from New York to Belize to be engaged. You don't have to come home from Canada, Toronto, to be engaged. You can be where you are and find the various avenues by which you can be engaged and feel as though, guess what? My country is recognizing me and I am part of the Belizean nation. I will sign off now and take our next break. It's about time for the summit to officially start, and I want you to stay tuned. I've already given you a list of those who are going to make presentations today, and we are going to be there, as they say, step by step. We'll take our break now.
When the job demands more, Milwaukee Power Tools are designed to handle the toughest jobs on the construction site. If it's speed, durability, and performance you need, Milwaukee is the perfect choice. For unstoppable power at an unbeatable price, make it Milwaukee. Nothing but heavy duty. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Money travels fast, so make sure you check it before you spend it. Here are 4 easy ways to know your money is real. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Look closely at your note by holding it to the light to see the watermark and the note value. Notice how the see-through image completes itself perfectly. Feel for authenticity. Run your fingers over the raised portrait and the bars on the edges. 1 bar for the $2 and up to 6 bars for the $100. Tilt the note to see the hidden value appear. Look for the moving images on the security thread and holographic shimmer on higher denominations. Check closely. Use UV light or a magnifying glass to find hidden images and microtext. Remember, handling counterfeit money is illegal. If you spot a fake, report it to the police immediately. Look, feel, tilt, and check. Know your money. Check it before you spend it. A message from the Central Bank of Belize.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drug Store to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'll help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drug Store, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drug Store, telephone 223-2876.
it's not something that I would have gotten on my own. You know, I've been trying for a while and it wasn't happening, so, and Miss Marissa helped me a lot. Whatever problems came up, she dealt with it for me, so it's very happy right now.
This area was actually a challenge for us based on land documents because Miss Bowman had a valid title and other people were claiming title also.
I had a man squatting on the land and had problems getting him off. Miss Marissa worked with us and, you know, they worked out something with him and he came off and they started with the house. So
I know that Miss Bowman is very, very, very happy for this home because she goes from paying quite a bit of rent to paying for something that is actually going to be hers one day.
Right now I'm renting, so I don't have any kind of savings. With this, you know, the rent is okay, I will be able to handle that and I would be able to start having a savings as well. It's hard for people to get this on their own, so for the government to be helping and doing this for us, it's awesome.
We're very, very happy and pleased for Ms. Kenizia today. Again, we thank Minister Julius, the government of Belize, Ms. Marissa, because a lot of work goes into these, you know. Big up and thanks to all the people who are participating, and let this program continue. It is absolutely good.
Electronic invoicing, e-invoicing, is bringing a secure digital upgrade to GST-registered businesses in Belize. Here is how the process works. Your business generates an electronic tax document, ETD, like your everyday invoice or receipt electronically. The ETD is securely transmitted to the Belize Tax Service through Vertex Belize, the national digital platform for e-invoicing. The Belize Tax Service validates it instantly and returns the verified ETD to your business, ready to share with your customer, all in seconds. There are 3 ways to get started. Connect your existing accounting software to Vertex Belize, work with a local or international solution provider, or access the free web-based tool to be provided by the Belize Tax Service. Getting started is flexible. For more information, contact the Belize Tax Service at 613-2508 or email etdinfo@bts.gov.bz. Electronic invoicing, simplifying tax compliance through digital innovation.
We've got the plumbing and electrical in our store. We've got the paints and the brush and light fixtures. That's for sure. We've got steel, cement, and tiles galore. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got windows and doors just for you. In our store. We've got sheetrock, plywood, and hardwood too. That's for sure. Tools for gardening and the great outdoors. And so much more. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety. Everything. Quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. And builders hardware variety. Everything. Quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. And builders hardware. We've got the sinks and the tubs and cabinets. In our store. We've got the nuts and the bolts, so don't forget. And so much more. We've got service with a smile. That's for sure. We've got everything in that store. We've got variety. Everything. Quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. And builders hardware variety. Everything. And quality. Everything. Quantity. Everything. And builders hardware. For builders who build with a passion and skill, go to builders hardware.
I've always been fascinated with gemstones. It's all about taking nature's beauty and creating something uniquely beautiful. I've had inspiration from the Belize Blue Bull, the beaches, the jaguar. I've launched a new product called Co-Design with Deb, and Atlantic Bank's e-commerce system has opened the door to my international customers so I can receive payments so they can have their custom pieces shipped to them.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Experience comprehensive health care at Belize Medical Associates' new NHI Balama Clinic. Ready to register? It's simple. Visit BelizeMedical.com
belize.com/NHI Balama or WhatsApp 667-0333 to register with a picture of your social security card and current address. Live in Belize City? You're eligible. Be one of the first to secure your spot at Belize Medical Associates NHI Balama Clinic, located at 2664 Albert Hoy Avenue, Balama Phase 2. Visit belizeMedical.com/NHI Balama or WhatsApp 667-0333 to register. Belize Medical Associates. We do care.
Welcome to Bird's Eye with the Bird's Eye Restaurant, your ultimate dining destination in the heart of the city. Come enjoy the variety of our regular menu items and our deal specials, providing you the best in Belizean cuisine from Monday to Saturday. At our Thursday night karaoke, come dine and unwind with the best in cocktails and local drinks. Have an event coming up? Bird's Eye Court is perfect for hosting sporting events as well as social events like weddings, dances, concerts, pageants, conventions, and more. We've got you covered.
Join us on Saturdays for family time with exciting kids activities including bouncy house and trampolines. Fun for the whole family. Then Saturday night, enjoy our 80s and 90s Saturday night experience, bringing you the best hits from 2 unforgettable decades. Come walk our memory lane as we showcase historical events at Bird's Eye over the years, celebrating the memories that have made us special.
For a cozy, unique getaway and Belizean stay, come experience the plush accommodations of Bird's Eye Cabanas, offering a stunning view of the Caribbean Sea with all the amenities you need. Strengthen your immune system and improve your overall health with our trusted herbal remedies. And treat yourself to relaxation and rejuvenation as your stress melts away with a soothing massage at Infinite Herbal Health and Spa, located right here at Bird's Eye. Bird's Eye, where amazing food, great events, and unforgettable memories come together. Visit us today or call 207-6500 or 610-9289.
Blue skies, I love to make people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We got to keep moving. Na 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 na.